y'all, today we are going to be using illegal camos here in Warzone, and look at that. We have made some insane creations using different mastercrafts, using different mastery camos from different weapons. This is going to be ridiculous. I cannot wait to show you all. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can do this yourself. This is not a hack. This is not a cheat. You can do this as long as you have the mastery camos unlocked. Starting off, we've got Atomic, the mastery camo from Vanguard multiplayer, and we've got it on the Void Master AK Mastercraft. Dude, this looks, even the eye turns Atomic. Atomic actually looks really good on some of these mastercrafts from Cold War. This being a really good example. Then one of my favorites in this entire video is Atomic on the Blast-O-Matic for the Gallo. I don't know why, but this just fits the ray gun theme. Like, it really does, and it's so weird seeing these camos from other games on other common weapons. Dude, it is so weird. I really wish they'd officially support this. Like, this is something that people have been talking about a while, and I think there are ways that they could go about, you know, making this work that makes sense and still feel rewarding for people unlocking these camos. We're going to talk about this video, and hopefully they implement something like this officially for Warzone 2. Something about this just feels so right. Unfortunately, Modern Warfare 2019 didn't have any Mastercraft weapons. Cold War was the game that started that, but we can test some of the mastery camos just on the base weapons. Dude, look at that suppressor. The entire thing got the Plague Diamond rivets. I think Plague Diamond in the right scenario looks fantastic on guns, and this is one of those times. Then we've got the AX50 with the Dark Aether camo from Zombies. This thing's got full coverage on it. This thing looks actually insane. This is Cold War Dark Aether on the Vanguard Dark Aether Mastercraft. Dude, it is criminal that there's no actual way to put this on your weapon normally. This just looks like they were meant for each other. This is one of the single best mastercraft slash camo combinations I have ever seen in my entire life. Dude, look, it's a Zombies camo on a Zombies mastercraft, and it fits so well compared to the Vanguard Dark Aether. And then we've got, I think this was the first heroic variant in Vanguard. This is the PPSH Sub Kelvin PPSH with the Plague Diamond camo. A little bit weird, but it works pretty well. Moving back to Cold War Mastercrafts with Vanguard camos. This is the QBZ with Atomic from Vanguard with the Inspect. Got the whole Fire Phoenix, all that stuff. Ooh my. This is the AUG Mastercraft with Atomic on it, and it covers the entirety of it. This looks so good with tons of camos. Atomic on this actually looking straight fire. Dark Aether on the Wellgun Mastercraft looking pretty sick. And then we've got Diamond on the Car 98 Mastercraft. And I know Vanguard itself already has a Diamond camo, but this is the Black Ops Cold War Diamond camo, and this looks a lot better. One thing you'll notice, if you take any of the Cold War Diamond camos and put it on Vanguard Mastercrafts, it just looks so much better. The gold accents, all that stuff, especially when you can compare it to the Vanguard version of the Diamond. LC-10 Mastercraft with Atomic looking pretty fresh, pretty clean. I think the Inspect for this actually works differently here in Warzone than it does in Cold War. Yeah, there's no little connectors to the rockets there, although I don't think it has that bullet muzzle flash in Cold War. That's pretty freaking sick coming off with this. And then we've got the Krieg Dragon. Obviously, we got to test this out with Mastery Camos. We put Atomic on it. Unfortunately, it doesn't really cover as much as I would like to have covered, and we're getting absolutely wrecked. But yeah, I really wish it covered a little bit more. If you've seen this weapon in Cold War, Atomic and DM Ultra cover the entirety of the weapon. This isn't an issue with Atomic on it, it's just a Warzone issue. Warzone doesn't mask the entire weapon with the camos. Dark Aether on the Kilo just looks so freaking clean. Most of the Modern Warfare guns look so good with the Cold War camos. Then we've got the Skyclaw, and it covers the entire of the weapon. The drum and everything, bro. You can't even, dude, this is one of the best combinations so far. Look at that. The entirety gets the freaking camo here. We still have some more camos to show off, but I kind of want to explain how I think this should work, because I think this is something you should be able to do normally and not have to do a glitch to do. How I think it could work and actually work really well, and hopefully they implement something like this into Modern Warfare 2. I think if you have the base mastery camo for the weapon in the game that it exists in, and you've got a mastery camo from a different game unlocked, you should be able to use it. To kind of explain what I mean by this, let's say Modern Warfare 2019 just came out. You unlocked the Damascus camo, right? So Damascus means you've got gold for all the weapons that were in Modern Warfare 2019, at least the base weapons. Once you've unlocked Damascus for a weapon, you should then be able to put any mastery camo you've unlocked in another game. So let's say you've unlocked Damascus for a weapon here in Modern Warfare 2019, and you've unlocked the Dark Aether camo in Cold War Zombies. You then should then be allowed to put the Dark Aether camo on every weapon you've unlocked Damascus for. So once you unlock that mastery tab for a weapon, you should be able to use any mastery camo you've unlocked. So let's say you unlock atomic in Vanguard, you should then be able to put that on any weapon you've and maybe not for every game. I'm not saying for like Cold War and the main series games. I'm saying for Warzone, where all these camos already exist, because you can see this works on all these weapons pretty much flawlessly, because all it is a texture. Once the gun's been masked, you can throw any camo on the game on it and it should work pretty freaking well, like we're showing here. So that's one of my biggest hopes for Warzone 2. There's so many insane camo combinations that are just so good for personality and different personalization options, and that would be insane if they implemented it. I think the system that I proposed would actually be a pretty good way to go about it, and it's still, you have to grind for it. You're not going to just get it for free. You've still got to unlock gold for that base weapon to be able to get it. So no matter what, there's still going to be a ton of grinding involved. You're not getting any free camos. You're just getting a different mastery camo to use once you've unlocked it. If you have a better solution that you think could also work, definitely leave it down below in the comments. Or do you think it should stay how it is? Do you think that you should only be able to use the mastery camos on the gun it was intended for, and there should be no way to cross kind of contaminate different mastery camos from different guns from different games? Now, unfortunately, not all the mastercrafts have the best coverage once you start putting camos on from different games, but I try to go through pretty much all the mastercrafts, trying out with a bunch of different camos, see what they look like. This is the Stoner from Cold War with the Vanguard Atomic. Like I said, not the best coverage. Then we've got the Pellington from Cold War with Atomic, and I don't know why, I just kind of like this. The fact that it covers the scope and everything pretty... Ooh, wait, the tape goes away when you inspect it. That's new to me. The inspect on this thing's actually also freaking wild. The bullet flies out of oh yeah, bullet flies out. You look at the bullet and right back in. It really doesn't matter what you put the dark ether camo on, it always looks freaking insane. This is the Cooper carbine from Vanguard, and this is the dark ether camo on it, looking really clean, really fresh. Then we've got the H4 Blixen, not a mastercraft, but this blueprint looks so good with camos. Is it weird that what most people consider the single best camo here in Warzone is the only final tier zombies mastery camo? Not even a multiplayer camo. The best camo in Warzone is a zombies camo. Now for our final two mastercrafts, before I show you guys how this is done, this is the brand new Whitley LMG mastercraft with the dark aether camo. The red and the flame coming out of the face just looks so natural with the dark aether camo. This is another heavily zombie inspired mastercraft, and the fact that you can't put this beautiful camo on it just sucks, because it looks so good, so freaking good on it. Then we've got the STG Helm of Darkness mastercraft with DM Ultra from Cold War, and I don't know, DM Ultra in Warzone I'm not a big fan of. I like DM Ultra in Cold War, it just doesn't have the same feeling, doesn't have the same liquid look here in Warzone. Something was lost in translation, which hopefully we're not going to get issues like this on the brand new COD 2.0 era with Warzone 2 and all of the future games. That's kind of the point, to make sure things kind of work and move accurately between each other. But yeah, looks sick. I think it would have looked a little bit better with Dark Aether though, but I did want to show DM Ultra on one of these weapons. And now let's go over how you can do this glitch yourself if you want to start making these really cool mastercraft mastery camo combinations. This glitch was found out by GlitchHunterz. He's going to be linked in the description below. He finds out a ton of really cool stuff like this. There are a few things you're going to need. You're going to need two accounts. It can be you and your alt account. It can be you and a friend. Both accounts are going to have Modern Warfare 2019, and they're both going to have Warzone. On top of that, you're also going to have the mastery camo unlocked you want to use. If you don't have Dark Aether unlocked, you're not going to be able to use Dark Aether. If you don't have Atomic unlocked, you're not going to be able to put Atomic on things. If you don't have Damascus, you have to have the camo you want to equip unlocked. So if you want to make yeah, as long as you got Dark Aether, you're going to be able to make some insane combinations. What you're going to do is your friend is going to want to load into Modern Warfare 2019. You can see this account is in Modern Warfare 2019. This account is legitimately just going to invite the other account. Here's what we're going to do on the other account, and this is going to be the account that gets the blueprint camo combination. We're going to load into Warzone. We're going to go to edit loadout, and you're going to find the weapon that you want to use. We're going to use a Vanguard weapon. We're going to use the MP40. This has to either be a blueprint or a custom saved mod. So if you don't have a blueprint for the weapon you want to use, you want to go in and save a mod. For that, all you're going to want to do is click on the weapon, go to here, and then all you got to do is edit some attachments, and you can see save as custom mod, enter the name, whatever you want on it, and then you're going to go back into this menu. So now if we go to the MP40, we go to Armory. This is the important part. You're going to hover over this menu here. And now this is the point in time you want the other account to go ahead and send you an invite. There we go. There's the invite. What we're going to do is accept it, and this is going to bring us into Modern Warfare 2019. So we're going to select the blueprint we want to select, and you can see this isn't Warzone anymore. We're in Modern 2019. Luckily, none of these weapons are going to load into game. If someone does this and they're trying to use like weapons they shouldn't be using, if I try to load this MP40 into multiplayer. If I take this into shipment, it's just going to give you a kilo. You can't cheat like that. You're not going to be able to exploit this to get an advantage. Not going to work, luckily enough. And you can see it replaced the exact same slot we were using. So whatever weapon you want to have, you want to make sure. So we got the very first slot here. What we're going to do is we're going to back out and we're going to go back into Warzone, because now we're going to select the camo we want. We're going to use the same spot. The very first spot here has to be the same spot, and I want to use a Cold War or a Black Ops Cold War camo. So we're going to take the MP5, we're going to go to the gunsmith, we're going to go to customize, and we're going to go to camouflage. I want to use a zombies camo. We're going to go to mastery, we're going to hover over this, and we're going to hit preview weapon. This is very important. You got to make sure you preview. And now we're going to wait for another invite. There we go. There's the invite. We're going to accept it once again, and it's going to take us back into Modern 2019. We're going to see this menu, and we're going to press back. Now you can see this is the MP40, and it's got the camos we want to use. We're going to put that sweet dark Aether camo on it, and now we're going to save this as a custom mod, because we got to be able to bring this back into Warzone. We're just going to call this MP40 dark Aether. Go ahead, save the mod, save modification. So now if we go back out here and we go back into Warzone again, go to weapons, edit loadout, and we're going to go to Vanguard only weapons, and we're going to look for the MP40. We should now have a custom mod saying MP40 dark Aether, and now we can load in game and see what this bad boy looks like. Dang, this actually looks really good. A lot of the Vanguard mastercrafts look really good with the dark Aether camo on it. If you guys are going to do this yourself, let me know what creations you find, because I felt like I tried out most of the really cool mastercraft mastery combinations, but there's probably some that we missed out on, dude. This is looking pretty freaking sick, and I really wish this comes to Warzone 2. This is something that should be officially supported, because there's just way too many camo combinations that look so freaking good for this not to exist, especially dark Aether on the dark Aether mastercraft. That was by far the best combination we have seen out of all of this. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your opinions on this. I want to give a massive thanks to everyone who's gone above and beyond and became an Unlock Plus member here on YouTube. We got the GOAT Positive Expert, the most OP Gobblegum ever, Round Robin, the absolute Chad Noah, the most patient man I've ever met, Cody Chapman, and the legend Army Tech Wreck.